Hey guys, welcome to another horror themed card making video. And this is inspired by one of my favorite horror movies of all time, and it's called Carrie. Um, there are a couple of different ones now, but I personally still like the old version. So we're going to go with that, and we're done with our stamping part, I think. Alright, so what I'm using today is Carrie in her prom dress, and the closest thing I could kind of find was this girl, and this is a paper doll set from Hot Off the Press. I honestly will probably give this away afterwards because I probably just won't use that again. I'm not really into the whole paper doll thing. But for now, I think that rocks. For air purposes anyway. Alright, next up I'm going to be using The Art of Brett Wildell, I guess. I don't know how you say that. Anyway, it's from Stampers Anonymous, and it's called the Flames stencil. So you can see they've added some flames to the knight in shining armor, different things there. But for air purposes, we are going to start adding flames to our card. Alright, so we have, don't know if you're going to be able to see these. This is dried marigold, fired brick, and squeezed lemonade. Bring them down just a little bit so you can see maybe. And these are the distress ink pads. So let's just kind of start pouncing. And we're just going to kind of mix the colors for the flames a little bit. Hit it with some reds around the edges maybe. And then a hint of the yellow, the squeezed lemonade towards the bottom. Alright. Kind of making a line there. Doesn't really need to do that. That's going to be covered up, come to think of it, by our thing, so it's not really going to matter. Okay, so you see how that's kind of giving that flame effect there. I'm going to slide these on back just a little bit and use a little bit more of the red here. Anyway, so this movie is about Carrie White, a young girl, kind of an outcast, I guess, kind of a mousy little girl, I guess you could say. Her classmates don't like her, doesn't really fit in or anything. She's got this mother that's kind of a nut, kind of a religious fanatic, I guess. And let's move that down and kind of get just a little bit of shading right around there. She thinks everybody's going to hell for everything and doesn't want Carrie to participate or pretty much have a normal life, it seems like. So, alright, that'll work. We're just going to actually, I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but it's kind of got like build up or whatever you call it on there. So I'm just going to try to drag that down instead of inking up my pad so much and see what I can kind of scrape off of that each time. Kind of go in just lightly, and I'll go back to the yellow. Anyway, so she walks around, the mother walks around this black cape all the time and, you know, calls herself doing the Lord's work. I don't know. Alright, let's scoot this down just a bit. I think I should have put the sticky stuff on the back already. So looking like flames to you guys. I think so. It's flamey enough for me, I believe. Alright, so anyway, let's get some yellow up around kind of her hair and things. Anyway, so Carrie is really teased in gym class. She starts her period. Her mother's never told her anything about that kind of thing. And she kind of freaks out. The girls in the locker room tease her really bad, especially just this one girl, and was it Chris, I believe is her name. She was a butt. And it's moving on me. I really probably need to take this down, but it doesn't have to be so precise or anything, you know, so we can just kind of work with it a little bit. So anyway, Chris is really mean to her. She throws tampons at her, things like that, or pads or something. Anyway, the gym teacher kind of comes in and tries to be nice to her, helps her out or whatever. But the mother, that's not flamey enough. I think I'm going to have to add a little bit more flame there or something. All right. So, what was I saying? Pads, yes, she's upset. The gym teacher tries to help her out and things. Some of the girls get in trouble and they have to do certain things or else they're going to get their prom taken away. And one of the girls gets really kind of smart with the gym teacher, and so she's kind of a butt anyway, that Chris girl. And so she kind of quits and says she's not coming. But anyway, all right, I think I need to add some more red. So anyway, she kind of vows to get back at Carrie and things. But this other girl named Sue, she actually really does feel bad for what they did, and she asks her boyfriend Tommy Ross to take Carrie to the prom. And he's like, what are you talking about? And she's like, yeah, it would mean a lot to me, and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so he does, and it is legit. Like, she did mean well. But the mother, of course, is not happy about that, and just tries to cause her all sorts of trouble. But Carrie has some special things she can, or has the power of telekinesis and kind of moving things and whatnot. So they pull that bad girl. What was her name? Chris. Is that going to come off there? No. Still need darker. Okay, so Chris decides to kind of hatch a plan with her and some boyfriend of hers, and they pull a prank on her, and so Carrie's all dressed up in her pretty dress and things like that, and Sue and Tommy do not know anything about this. This is just kind of cooked up from the mean girl, I call her, and all right, let's take a look at that. Pretty. All right. So let's just slide that. Ooh, it's all over me. Out of the way. Close all these up. And so anyway, so she's got the power of telekinesis. And so once they do the mean prank on her, then she kind of shuts the place down. And this prom, not going to be the same. And nobody's kind of getting out alive. I don't know. I mean, I guess a few people got out. I don't know. But she, had the gym doors shut and the whatever. They poured pig's blood all over her. She had this pretty, I want to say it was a pink dress, but I'm not sure. We're just going to edge the card a little bit now, or the front of the card. So, she was horrified and embarrassed and all sorts of things, as, I'm sure you would be. But anyway, so she kind of taught them a lesson, I guess, because not many got out alive. And we're going to edge this too, I believe, because it's just going to be a layer. We're going to do this with the fired brick. And, but anyway, and I remember that there's one specific scene that just, sometimes with movies you can't get out of your head, and mine was when that little boy was riding on the bike by her, and he was hollering, creepy Carrie, creepy Carrie, creepy Carrie, and she made him wreck. And so, I don't know, that was just one of those parts that's like, oh my gosh, just kind of sticks out to you. Alright, so I went ahead and embossed this card using the Flourish 5x7 embossing folder from Kaiser Craft. So we're going to peel and put this on here. Alrighty. I won't spoil the complete ending for you, although I really think that you should watch it yourself. I think that is really cool. I want to do some runny, I don't know what I can mix it on though. So I want to put some glossy accents, I don't know, stuff coming down there. I'm not sure. You guys know I got this ribbon from Etsy a while back, so I want to add that right about there. But I still want her face, so probably going to need to trim it to about there. Probably should have done that before I glued that down, Would have been much easier, but oh well. Who wants easy, right? Not us. Let's just complicate our life. Okay. So crooked. Gonna drive me crazy. Alright. That's horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Okay. So, oh, this is not going to work. Alright, not going to work. Maybe do you think I could say I meant it to be like that? Probably not. Let's see if this end will cut any better. Not much. I'm not having much luck cutting it straight for some reason. So I'm going to have to add something to the end, like maybe a red bow or something like that, which I don't have, but I can color something red, I guess. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and put that on there, and then I'll add a red bow or something later, or try to. Alright, so let's tape this down. This is wide enough for 2 strips of tape, I do believe. Okay. So peel and get rid of that and that. I have not seen Carrie advertise yet, but I know it will be on because it's on every October. It's another one of those movies that they have to play during the month of October. Like, it just wouldn't be right if they didn't. I wish there was just like a horror movie channel all the time. That would make me happy, and they could just rerun stuff all the time, and I would like that. Alright, so I had this embossing folder too that, oh, and then the place was on fire. That's why I did the fire thing, you know. That would be pretty cool to kind of work on. I might try that later. Okay, so I have this. I normally use a re-inker, but I can't seem to find that. So let me pull out something here. Pull out this big block, and I don't know. So I'm going to take some of this Distress Spray Stain and Candied Apple and just spray it on the block and get it all over myself in the process. But I think I'm going to try to mix some of that with this, maybe. I'm not sure. I had to cut off the top because it wouldn't come out. So it should now. So we're just going to do some blood, kind of, I don't know, way up here. Oh dear, I should have really thought this out more. I want this to look like blood drops. I'm not sure that it will. Oh God, I need a tip. This is so not working. Alright, you guys see where I'm going with this though, right? I'm trying to get this effect, but with some stuff in it. So I'm going to try to just pick a little of this up. I probably need a brush. Yeah, I'm going to need something else. Nope, maybe that'll work. Can you guys see what's happening there? Alright, so this could work. This could work. Awesome. I don't really like the whole thing there, but yeah, you know, what are you going to do? Alright, so I want it to sort of mimic blood drops as well as flames. So we're just going to kind of keep going with this, because I don't really want it to cover up her. whole self, just a little of it. And she doesn't actually have a face, so that shouldn't be a problem. Okay, so we're just going to keep adding this with our craft knife and hoping for the best. Probably should have tried this before I turned on the camera, but live and learn, right? I think this will be okay. I'm hoping. Alright, let's darken up this last one here. Alright, let's see what we think about that. We can even like let it run a little bit more. Maybe if we tap it down, it's not really moving. But you guys, you get the idea, right? So I'm going to kind of wipe this tip off a little bit. Okay. So, I wonder if I should have colored her dress pink. I wonder if I could color around it. I don't know. You probably can't see your dress anyway because of the flames. So we're just going to go with that. I think I might even do this to cover up. Yeah, I think I will. To cover up my horrible ends there. Actually, I might even do it on over here. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. So let me snip this here. Alrighty. Then right there. Okay. And I will use this kind of glue because that's what I have out from the last project. And just kind of run it along the top and down a couple of the main pieces there. I think that'll be all right. Carrie White would approve, I believe. I would have liked to have known her. She seemed very, very sweet. Like to have befriended her and helped her out somehow. I think that's the counselor coming out in me, I guess. But, anyway. Alright. So you can still see Carrie. You can kind of still see a little of her face and the blood on her own face there. If I don't keep messing it up. I need to just quit touching it now, right? Alright guys, so that is my Carrie card. Thanks for joining me. Talk to you guys later. Bye.